Okay, so let's talk about how to solve these two problems. So in this problem, we have a toy gun with a mass of 2 kilograms. So I'm going to write mass of gun is 2 kilograms. And the gun is shooting a dart. And the dart has a mass of 0.5 kilograms. And the acceleration of the dart is 5 meters per second squared north. And that north is going to be important in a minute. So the first thing it asks us is, what is the force on the gun? So we know that Newton's third law says that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So the force of the dart will equal the force of the gun. Okay, so we can solve for the force of the dart, and that will give us our gun force because they're exactly the same. So that would be the mass of the dart times the acceleration of the dart. Okay, so we can do 0.5 times 5, and we'll get 2.5 newtons. Okay, and that's the force on the dart. Now, and that's also the force on the gun because remember they're the same. So now let's do part B. Part B says, what is the magnitude and direction of the acceleration of the gun? Okay, so we know that the force on the dart is the same as the force on the gun. So we know that the force on the gun is equal to the mass times the acceleration. Okay, we have the mass and we have the force, so we can actually solve for the acceleration. So we can do 2.5 is equal to 2 times acceleration. So we'll divide by 2, and we'll get 1.2 meters per second squared is the acceleration. Now, it says the magnitude and the direction. We just have the magnitude, so let's think this through. If we know that our dart is accelerating north, right? And we'll call this the acceleration of the dart. And we know that's north. And we know, remember we talked about Newton's third law says for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So that means the acceleration of the gun must be in the opposite direction, which would be south. Okay, so you'll get points for showing your work for both parts, and you'll also get points for having the direction on part B, so don't forget that part.